We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Come on, set, rail, yellow. Field, black. Ready?
Off the play fake, Mon. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Houston. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline, and my coach said, so what did the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not
What'd you miss?
that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mons throw completed to Mechie. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Texans at 11-3 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it.
Touchdown, Texans! Dameon Pierce. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Herbert now. Steps away to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Blake. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
That's a nice job there knowing what his options are. He's out of the pocket to his left. And I thought maybe he'd think about running with this one, but he uses his vision instead. Finds his man on the left sideline, and they convert on 3rd down.
In motion, the tight end. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Chargers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Ready.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They go play action here. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Set, ready. Right, right. Eagle blue. Set,
Mon now off of play action. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33.
Black ultra. Green gap.
Mond out of the shotgun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mon. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now Mon. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Herbert dancing to his left. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Pierce now up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On the set. Black shot. Red, yellow. Set.
From the 39, Mon. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Herbert on first down now. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And trouble trying the middle here. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's the option going left on second down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Herbert just beat the play clock. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, what a huge play that was, Charles. You think about it, if the offense had scored, it gets it down to a one-possession game. Instead, the pick 6 makes it a 3-score deficit here in the third quarter.
And I think what impressed me the most is how the defense just stayed in character, right? They just stayed smart, didn't overcommit, didn't gamble, stayed in position, no unnecessary risks. And in the end, he was the one targeted, and he delivered a score that will likely lead to a victory.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping bounds. They say that's a catch. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. In motion left comes Williams. To the air again, Herbert. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go with Chubb on second down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 4th down, Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, Mon. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Slide 2. Red, cycle. Huge, yellow. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, Mon. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. To try again after the sack. Herbert. Throw left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter.
Set, hut.
Mon going to throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Chubb will get the call running left.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Chubb. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mon looks to throw.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's Mon.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Allen. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Here's Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One last throw here for Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.